Hello, welcome back to another episode of Leointerviews. Today we have Damon Burton with us.
Leo, what's up, dude?
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Tell me about you.
Oh man, well, let's see. I'm a father of three. I've been married for 20 years, and I've also had a marketing agency for 20 years. So I guess that's the highlight reel for you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's your biggest challenge and how did you overcome it?
So I think what comes to mind recently is probably less of a business thing and more of a personal thing. I think that when you're at the awesome age that you are, you start to learn a lot about becoming an adult that you don't realize until later. And then later you got to kind of figure out what that means. And I think there's a really great quote, if I remember right, it's by Pablo Picasso. Do you know who he is? An old artist?
Yes, Picasso. Yes.
Yeah. So he said, so if I got it right, it was him that said you spend the first half of your life becoming an adult and the second half of your life becoming a kid. Kind of sounds backwards, right? And so I think as you get older, you start to figure out the things that you went through when you were younger and how they influence you as an adult and how you make peace with that and get the best of both worlds. And so I've had a lot of cool things, I think, under that topic of finding the balance of who you were and who you are and how to make a success out of that. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but might later.
Yeah. No, that's I thought Picasso was like I didn't really think he had any famous quotes. I thought he was just like an artist, and really all that he was famous for, painter, and kind of all that he was famous for was kind of just a piece of art. But I didn't know that he was also, or I guess, famous for some words.
You know what? That makes two of us. I didn't know that either until I heard that quote.
Yeah, I didn't even know that he made a quote. I thought he was mainly just focused on painting.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. When you are scared, what is something that helps you feel brave again?
That's a good question. I think that what comes to mind that's really helped me find success in my life, not only personally but professionally as well, is giving myself kind of the freedom to not know the answers. And I think, especially all the cool types of people that you talk to that have found success, there's some good and bad with that. The good is inspiring other people. But then also sometimes we can accidentally encourage people to make premature decisions because we, other people see people doing cool things and in positions that they want to be. And so, there's phrases like FOMO, like fear of missing out or keeping up with the Joneses. And so I think a lot of times when we see success or people in cool places that we want to be, we kind of make abrupt decisions. And so I was very fortunate that I always gave myself the freedom to have patience and the freedom to not know. And because of that, some things in my life, people might have got there faster than me, but I've been able to stay in a really good position more sustainably and longer. So I think just giving yourself the freedom to not make premature obligations and not make premature decisions and just play around a little bit and kind of see what you like and don't like in life.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I feel like this world that we live in currently is so just fast moving, or bam, bam, bing. This world just can't stop moving. And I also think that's a great thing, but then it's also kind of a bad thing. I feel like we should also slow down a tiny bit,
I agree. You're ahead of your time, Leo. You are a genius.
Thank you.
I think that supports that Picasso quote, right? Where it's like, in the beginning, we're trying to go so fast. And then later, when we kind of start to find the things that we like in life, we go, oh, I think I actually need to slow down.
Mm-hmm, exactly. And also with just patience, this world is so impatient because with AI today, we can make an image in I don't know, a minute, a couple seconds, right? And so now today we expect, if that's trying to be done now. But then if you have something that's a tiny bit of wait, you're like, right? So
Yeah.
it's we should all just slow down, really.
think you're right. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity in AI and technology, and it's been technology has been a big part of my career, and I always kind of say that I'm glad that I run a search engine marketing company, and so a big part of that's been playing with Google. So I always say that I'm grateful that Google kind of pays my bills, but at the end of the day, a lot of times I want nothing to do with it. And then as AI has kind of become into our world pretty heavily in the last 3 years, as a father, I kind of think about what's the balance with my kids, and a lot of people have different opinions, and I don't think there's one that's right or wrong. But some parents go all in on AI and give their kids a lot of technology so they can get ahead of the curve, and I think that's a beautiful thing. But I think I'm finding myself kind of doing the opposite. I think they'll naturally be exposed to a lot of those things, and when I can, I'll encourage them and support them more. But I think to your point, soft skills and communication and patience are going to be things that are increasing in demand and harder to find and harder to teach unless you live and experience it. So I've kind of surprisingly, despite my career being a lot in technology, I've been a lot more patient with, putting that burden on my kids.
Just speaking of patience, now I feel like I have the chance to be able to promote a couple things that we are currently working on. It will probably be out when this video comes out.
What you got going on?
So we're currently working on basically a confidence and thinking like a chess grandmaster, I guess website app for kids that will shortly be coming out soon. I want to say we're like halfway done. This app probably be out pretty soon. We're currently working on that. And we have like 10 different ideas for apps that we currently have. It's going to take a while, but currently with our first one here, I want to say we're like 50% way done.
How do you choose which one you want to focus on most?
Well, I really like chess, and the thing that got me was thinking like a chess grandmaster, so I kind of just went with that one.
Makes sense. I like it.
But it's also good for the kids. And by kids, I mean myself, along with like my generation. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm like 40 years old and I'm like, back in my day, type of thing.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Good for you.
Yeah, thank you. And also, I don't know if the code will be expired yet, but a couple episodes ago, I have mentioned our sponsor, BuyBackTimeFormula.com, aka my dad, George Rivera. And basically, if you put in a secret code that I will probably drop out or show you guys, my viewers watching this, it's an encrypted code, and you guys gotta go on a scavenger hunt and decode it. And then when it finally gets to real English, then you guys can go to the website and put it in, and you'll get something. We're still working on if you'll get a discount or something.
Something amazing.
We're still trying to figure it out with my dad, and he's trying to compromise. But yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Yeah, it will probably be out soon. By the time that the video comes out, I'll drop the code. But when this video comes out, it'll be way past that. But it's kind of hard to explain because this will come out before them. But yeah, this is real, so it's hard to explain.
I think you nailed it. And there's going to be people that see this just at the right time, and then there'll also be people that see this like in 100 years.
True. And the code may be expired by then, but who knows?
Probably by 100 years.
Yeah, probably. I 100% will bet that the code will be expired.
Well, I'm excited for you.
Oh, thank you. Well, as always, I don't want to be here just promoting myself, because then, that doesn't feel very nice to me. So, I'm currently behind you. It says SEO National. What does that mean?
That's the name of my agency that I've had for those 20 years.
Oh,
So
nice.
we work with a lot of cool people. Do you know who Tony Robbins is?
Yes.
So we're fortunate to work with him and Russell Brunson and professional sports teams, but we work with a lot of cool small businesses too. So that's what I've been doing for 20 years.
Nice. And I also see your name as well back there.
Yes. I'm kind of stuck wearing a beard for the rest of my life now, aren't I?
Well, maybe if you make one slight change,
Yeah,
maybe no one will notice, you know?
maybe.
It's like if you move like a few objects around in your house and someone comes over, they won't notice, you know? Could do
Yeah.
that.
Well, I either have to keep my beard forever or change my logo because my face with a beard is in the logo.
Oh, yeah, true. So you either have to change the logo or just stick with a beard.
Yeah.
It's,
I think one day I'm going to have to make a decision, but right now I'm okay.
yeah. You kind of played yourself on that one.
I did.
Yeah. Now the eternal question: should I keep the logo, or should I change the logo, or should I keep the beard? Oh gosh.
I know, one day I think I'm going to terrify my kids
Yeah.
and they're going to come home from school and I'll shave my beard.
Yeah.
My daughter will probably cry and my kids will say I'm ugly and stupid, but
I don't think you're ugly and stupid.
oh, well, thanks. I don't think they do either. I think they'll just be surprised.
They're like, oh, my eyes. No, I'm just kidding.
I do look a lot younger when I shave though, so that's kind of attractive to consider.
Yeah. It's actually probably better if you change the logo, now that I think about it.
Yeah?
Because then you look younger, so
Mm,
could be better.
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, you're welcome. Well, maybe in a couple minutes here before we wrap up, we still have a couple questions to go through. So
Let's do it.
This is kind of our like speed runish
Okay, let's
section,
speed runish it.
as I like to call it. What do you think makes someone strong on the inside?
Being able to believe in yourself despite other people making you question yourself.
Mm-hmm. This world is so like full of hatred that now we're like, oh, I gotta fit in with them. I gotta do this. I gotta be them. Blah, blah, blah. Just be yourself, guys.
Yep.
Like you can have like someone to like look up to and follow in their footsteps, but you should always be yourself, guys.
Sure.
And girls, not just guys, but also girls watching us.
Everybody, yep.
Yeah. Every single human in the world watching this right now. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
What's the biggest piece of advice that you've learned?
I think I would probably answer this kind of the opposite that most people would is when I grew up, I'm very fortunate because I think a lot of us grow up with childhoods that we kind of had struggles, and I was very fortunate to realize early on that I didn't want to let that define me and be a victim. And so I didn't have a lot of people that I would say I would look up to. I didn't have anybody in my life that was an entrepreneur. Like I didn't find out about other peer groups until I had already found some success. And so I would answer that the opposite, that I don't really have anything that somebody gave me as advice, but I did learn a lot watching what other people did wrong. And so a big part of what helped me find success was by just avoiding the things that I didn't want. And so I didn't want a chaotic household and I wanted a peaceful home for my wife and kids. And so the advice I learned was largely the opposite, that other people are given advice. I wasn't given advice, and I just learned what I didn't want in life, which brought me closer to what I did want in life.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Maybe for some people who are watching this and don't really know what their dream is, and they don't know what they want to become or grow up, if AI is going to take over their job, or if they want to work at McDonald's, fast food, right? What is one piece of motivational advice that you would give?
I would say that there's a lot of truth to following your passion. And I understand that can be hard to, I think most of us know that, but knowing it and experiencing it are two different things. And I understand that, I'm now in a fortunate position to do what I love and also make a good living at it. But I think that's kind of the example is I followed marketing because I liked it. And the way that I found it was I used to be big into cars. And so my first website was for car enthusiasts. And so then I built up a community, and then that community got me curious about how to do design better. And then as the community grew, I wanted to understand how to do marketing. And so I followed my passion, which started with cars, into websites. It was just an enjoyable process. It was something I was curious about. I wanted to understand how websites worked. I wanted to understand what made people stay on websites and take action on websites. And so there's a lot of truth in if you follow your passion, the money will come. And I realize most of us get into entrepreneurship kind of on the flip side. We do it because we think we want the financial benefits, which is fine. But then everybody I know that has been successful at some point reaches the realization that there's nothing wrong with money, but it's really not the money you're chasing. It's the freedom of time that money affords you. And so that makes it a lot easier to find peace at different levels of financial security. So you don't necessarily need to be a millionaire to have freedom of time. And so regardless of where you're at, the ultimate goal is freedom of time. So if you can find that and pay your bills and be happy, and that's has nothing to do with, being a millionaire, then you found success, right? And so I think that if you follow your passion, you'll find your level of success that's appropriate for you.
Man, what you just said right there, it hits like 12,000 semi trucks just coming at you right there. That was amazing.
Totally 12,000 semi trucks. Thank you.
Yeah. Like, you just dropped like 5 one-liners.
Yeah.
That could be put up on a billboard that just motivates people's day.
You just got all your Instagram reels for the next year.
Really? You're like, I will just post about this. Like, who needs to think of new ideas when I already have 5 one-liners from a podcast?
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, like, no more, thinking, spending 12 hours a day on what to upload on Instagram, because now, well, you have 5. Just one-liners post. Perfect.
You and your dad can go hang out now. Take a break.
Yeah. Well, as always, this is the big question, okay? This is the this is the big bad question. Do you think you can handle it?
Guess we'll see.
Are you sure?
No, I'm totally not sure. That's why I'm anxiously waiting.
Are you positively sure with 9.9999 repeating nines that you can handle it?
No, but we will find out.
Amazing. I love to know. Okay. I don't know if I did this last podcast, but when this comes out, my viewers will know. Sadly, not really sadly, because I'm not a Dr. Coke guy, or Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper has lost against Coke and has won the battle against Coke. However, all you Coke lovers, Dr. Pepper, I get confused on those two, sorry. Dr. Pepper has lost against Coke. But don't worry, all you Dr. Pepper lovers. Ugh. No, I'm just kidding. Because you will get a rematch against, drumroll please, Pepsi.
Woo!
So now it comes to this. The first vote. Dr. Pepper versus Pepsi. If you had to choose, which one would it be? You can choose any Dr. Pepper, like zero sugar or whatever from Dr. Pepper, and anything from Pepsi.
So I'll give a short answer and then a tiny medium answer. The short answer is I'll say Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
But the slightly longer answer is I have not drank soda in like 30 years.
Okay.
I used to drink Dr. Pepper though when I was a teenager, but I'm not really a big soda drinker these days.
Okay. We just need one vote. That's it. So, Dr. Pepper, or no, whoever loses this will have to go up against another opponent. Then whoever wins that goes up against Dr. Pepper again.
Wow.
And if Dr. Pepper somehow gets a rematch against Coke, it'll be the final showdown of the century. I mean, who needs Amazon Plus movies when you have this?
Serious. So this is like a soap opera. We just started like a TV series. So my answer is going up against the next person's answer?
So, it's the first 1 to 10. I always say this. 10 people have to vote for one of the two options. Whoever wins, so like you can say Dr. Pepper, the other guy can say Pepsi, right? And then you guys, Dr. Pepper and Pepsi are both at 1. And the first 1 to 10 votes wins. How it works. However, whoever loses against this, I guess, battle will go against another soda. Whoever wins that will face off against the top competitor of this one and will battle on Coke again.
When does it end?
It battles with final battle of Coke. That's when it ends. So, yeah. But we finally have a new series, Dr. Pepper versus Pepsi.
There it is.
Yep, there we go.
First vote.
Well, is there maybe a website where people can find out more about you?
Sure, you can go to damonburton.com and you'll find all my social media. And I also wrote a best-selling book on marketing, and people can download that there for free.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Leo, it was a pleasure. Great questions. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you. Of course. Until next time, guys. Bye.